Hi, and welcome to Chapter 2, Lesson 3, where we're going to learn how to create and apply character and paragraph styles. So the first thing you're going to need to do is open up our file 2-2, and when you're done, this is what your final product is going to look like, or something very similar to it. So let's go ahead and get started by going to File, Open. And then you're going to go to the handout drive, or this PC, then handout, then Shonifer, or business handout, sorry, then Shonifer, then computer graphics 2, chapter 2, and 2-2. And then I need you to save this file as your last name, comma, first name, dash Jake's Diner, like I have on this other document. So you're going to take your 2-2, save it as last name, comma, first name, and dash Jake's Diner, and then you're going to save it on your H drive. Okay, so let's get started. So the first thing we're going to do is learn how to create character styles. So making sure that you're in your typography workspace. If you're not, coming to that top right section and selecting typography. And then you're going to open down over here on the right side your character styles panel. And then how we talked about it, this little box in the top right with the lines through it is always going to be your options button for whichever panel you're on. So we're going to click on our options and then select new character style. And what you should have is a little dialog box that pops up. So we're going to create our new character style, and we're going to call the first one dishes. So under style name, we're going to type in dishes. And then we are going to go to our basic character format on the left column. And then we're going to fill out some information here. So we're going to click on the font family list arrow, and we're going to click impact. So scrolling down as they all are in alphabetical order and selecting impact. Then we're going to click the size list arrow, and we're going to select 14. And then we're going to change our leading to 16. And you'll notice if we click on that down arrow, we don't see 16. So what we can do is just click in the type box and hit 16. Now if you hit enter, it's going to select OK, and it's going to end your character style selections. So make sure you just click on the next box. And now we're going to go to our advanced character formats over here in the left column. And we are going to type 85 in the horizontal scale text box. And now we can hit OK. And what will happen is your library will open up, and you'll see a new character style called dishes. And then if you come to your character style on your panel, you'll have a new one called dishes. So we're going to go ahead and create a second one. So clicking on that options box, selecting new character style, and this one is going to be called descriptions. So now that we have our style name entered in, we're going to go to our basic character formats, and we're going to enter in our font family of Garamond. And I have it here at the top, but you will have to scroll down to the G's and select Garamond. And then we're going to change our font style to italic, and then change our font size to 10, our leading to 12, and then hit OK. We're not going to do any advanced settings with this one. And then if we open up our character style again, we now see description and dishes. And we're going to create one last character style. So we're going to click on our character style panel options button, new character style, and we're going to type in prices as our style name, and then go to our basic character formats. We're going to select our font as Garamond, and now you should be able to select that just at the top. We're going to make the font style bold, change our font size to 12, and then change our leading to 14. And then we're going to click OK, open up our character style panel again, and now we should have all three of those styles. So now what we're going to do is we're going to apply those character styles to our Jake's Diner menu. So I want you to take your tool bar and select your tool, text type tool, and you're going to triple click on the word eggs to highlight everything in that line. And then what you're going to do is, this one is obviously the name of a dish, so we're going to select dishes. Then we can highlight the description, which is 2 eggs, any style, home style, gravy, fries, all that. And that is obviously a description of the dish. And then the last part is our price, which, as you might have guessed, we're going to select our character style for price. Now I want you guys to go through and do the same thing on all of these. So I'll do one more with you, and then I want you to pause the video and adjust the style format for every single one of them. So we're going to highlight egg sandwich, and that is a dish. The 1 eggs, over easy, served with American Jack, all that, and a French croissant is the description. And then $5.25 is the price. So take just a second and pause the video, and I want you to apply all of those character styles to your menu. And when you start again, I will have also applied them. Alright, welcome back, and you should now have a document that looks something similar to mine, where all your dish names have the dish character style, your descriptions have the description character style, and your price has the price character style. What we're going to do now is we are going to learn how to create new paragraph styles. So I want you to come over to your panel, and I want you to select Paragraph Styles, which is under Paragraph, and then we're going to go to the Paragraph Styles option button and select New Paragraph Style. We are going to call this new paragraph style Prices. And then we're going to select our indents and spacing. As you can see, there's also basic character formats and advanced character formats. So you can build those into your paragraph style as well, or you can just build in the indents and spacings. So now what we're going to do is we are going to check the alignment list arrow, and then we're going to click center. And then we're going to type in a 0.25 for the space after text box. And then we're going to go to paragraph rules. You're going to click the list arrow directly beneath the paragraph rules and click rule below. Make sure that rule below is selected, and then make sure your rule on box is checked. Now I want you to make sure that your weight is 1 point, your text color and your type are black, and then we're going to change some of our other functions. So we're going to change the offset type box to 0.125, change the left indent to 0.25, and the right indent to 0.25. Once we've changed all those options, we're going to click OK. And now if you go to your paragraph styles box, you should see a prices paragraph style. So now I want you to click on your type tool and select all the text in the document except for the 2 headlines at the top of the page. So making sure your type tool is selected, and then highlighting all of our text except for our 2 headlines at the top of the page. We're going to click Align Center on our paragraph panel by clicking on Paragraph and then selecting Align Center. And that's going to change the alignment of each of our dishes. So now we can deselect everything, and we're going to apply the paragraph style of prices just to our prices. So we're going to take this $5.95 price and highlight it, and then select prices. And now you'll see that it inserts a line underneath our original price. So we're going to go ahead and do that to $6.95 as well, and then come through and just highlight all of our prices. This doesn't take very long, so I won't have you pause the video to do it. Just follow along as I'm doing it. And then the only one that we are not going to put this type of paragraph style underneath are our silver dollar pancakes and our steak and eggs, because we don't need a divider on that one since it is the last dish on the menu. We don't need to divide it from anything else. And the final change that we're going to make to our menu is to make it so there's not just one word on this third line for our dish. So we're going to do that soft indent that we talked about where it doesn't start, or soft return where it doesn't start a new paragraph, by clicking before the word hollandaise. And we're going to hit shift and then enter. And now that looks a little more normalized for our project. So I want you to go ahead and save your work. Make sure it's saved as last name, comma, first name, Jake Steiner, and you will turn this assignment in on Google Classroom as well. And just be sure that when you're turning it in, I can show you real quick. If you do a file, save as, that when you save your project, that it has an InDesign logo to the left of the name, and then it also has an actual file size. This is key because I cannot view your file if it doesn't have that InDesign document type and if it doesn't have a file size. So go ahead and save your project and turn it in on Google Classroom, and you can continue on to Chapter 2, Lesson 4.